What's up, everybody? It's your favorite jack of wheels, favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Iron Factory Hexwrench, otherwise known as WheelJack. This is on loan to me from Robert D, and we're going to talk about him, not Robert D, but this figure, and we're going to talk about accessories. He comes with an alternate head. It has the kind of light up ears sort of option, and it has the metallic blue eyes, and then the paint on the mouthpiece. Looks good. He comes with 2 additional sets of alternate hands, 2 posing hands, and 2 weapon holding hands, in addition to the 2 fist hands he comes with that we saw in the opening footage. As you know, I like this type of thing, especially with legend scale figures. It allows for a little bit of diversity. It allows for a little bit of sauce. So I'm with it. He comes with his blaster. Nothing really exciting to talk about. It's painted silver. There's a pin in the middle so that you can change the barrel. We'll talk a bit more about that later. And he'll hold that just fine in his gun holding hand. And if you collapse it, you can plug it in underneath the car by using this side peg here and that slot there. And then he comes with his shoulder mounted rocket launcher or whatever it is, laser gun, whatever it is. Hinges here, plugs in there, painted silver, and good sculpt. You plug it in utilizing this peg and hole right here in his back. You can also utilize that same port and car mode. Let's talk about the figure, and it's fantastic. Spoilers. The head is on a ball peg. You get up to there. Good range, down to there, another good range, plus your swivel, catitude, etc. So all of that works. We got silver paint on the faceplate, we have silver paint on the ears, we have metallic blue paint on the eyes. For the shoulders, they're hinged here where the shoulder meets the chest, and then it's on a ball peg where the shoulder connects. Using both, you can get the arm straight out to the side, you can get the arm around. It will bump up against the backpack, but you can get it fair enough around, I think. These do move a bit. So if you want to kind of move them out of the way, you can. But then it throws off the kind of more iconic look of the character, in my opinion. You have green paint and red paint here. You have red metallic paint on the hubcaps that look nice. Bicep swivel. Single hinged elbow, but look at that range. Crazy. Green paint, red paint, and this kind of like bluish black paint for the windshield. Looks fantastic. Articulation same for the other side. Obviously, you get a wrist swivel where it pegs in. You have a waist swivel. You also have an ab crunch, so they're getting on board with the ab crunch articulation, which is nice to see. I'm seeing it more and more. A little bit of paint there on the pelvis. We have T-jointed ball joints for hips. That gets you out to the full Van Damme. It's also going to get you the full Monty. We have a thigh swivel at a cut joint. We have a single hinge knee that gets you past 90 degrees. More red paint, green paint, silver paint on the inside, front, red metallic on the side. For the foot, we have green paint, blue paint, silver paint, black paint, blah, and ankle tilt down, ankle tilt up. You have this additional thing if you want to use it as a heel spur. I haven't found a need for it. And you have a rocker here. It's a fake one because it's just a toe rocker, but it works just fine. You won't notice an issue. There he is from the back. Simple, clean, sharp, more painted details. This company is elite, in my opinion. Like, they are masters of their craft. Size comparison wise, there it is with Iron Factory Tarn. I'm liking that. And for the sake of tradition, the old school Iron Factory Blaster and a Hasbro Legends. Look at the growth. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I respect. Look at that growth. That's nuts. Look at the improvement. It's crazy. Let's get them transformed. So the first thing that we're going to do is an easy thing, and it's just a matter of lining up the panels on the side of the arm so that they make sense. So just rotate the stuff around until it all matches. That's a no-brainer. And I like stuff like that. I like stuff that requires no brains. It works for me. Open up the backpack, tuck in your side fins. They're a little tight. And if you've watched any of my previous Iron Factory reviews, you'll know that that's the one thing I tend to gig them on. So, move this piece up so it's sitting up here. The chest comes down on a double hinge to the pelvis, and get it all lined up and get this piece around and behind it so that it all lines up there. And then you can move the shoulders so that they'll peg in to the back of this area here. You want to get these pegs lined up, and I'll try to do it. There's one, there's the other. Heel spurs up if you have them down, toes down, peg together, and then this is the only problem. but you have to kind of collapse the legs, and they're gonna come apart into the cavity here of the calf or shin, and it's just not an easy bit of engineering, because like it's just tight. Like it feels like it's not meant to do it, but it is, and you can get it. It's just like, man, it's very rare that Iron Factory doesn't have this like kind of one step that's sort of obnoxious. But that's it. We'll get it cleaned up. We'll take a look at it. And I dig it. I dig it an awful lot. Rolls like a champ. You know, all the colors and stuff come through beautifully. The headlights, the exhaust ports and all that. Like, I think it's just cool. Iron Factory. I dig that. A little bit of self-pride in the company. I'm on board. You can deco it that way. I'm good with it. Clean as a whistle underneath. It's just sharp, clean, and well done. Tiger Tracks. Final thoughts wise, we'll talk about the negatives first, and they are the same negatives that tend to plague this company time and time again. They just have a hard time getting out of their own way in regards to it, and ironically, so do some of their pieces during the transformation elements of their figures. This one's no exception. In the engineering regarding the legs, which isn't a paint issue, sometimes I feel like oftentimes it is, this one is not. It's just a little frustrating. Small price to pay though for all the positive. Beautiful sculpt, beautiful paint. Outside of that one element of the legs, a very straightforward, fun, intuitive, and enjoyable transformation that's easy to flip back and forth for the sake of playability. An appropriate amount of accessories that are all integrated into the figure in both modes, with the exception of the hands that allow for more display options and a variety of poses on your shelf. In short, much like everything else they produce, strong recommend from me. Iron Factory is the one company I can kind of consistently recommend that no one accuses me of being a shill of. Isn't that nice? Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.